This is Donna, and today we're going to make a couple of cards, and I'm going to use Cricut Design Space or Cricut Access for the first one. So I'll take you with me. Alright, when it opens up, you'll see that I'm already signed in, so I'm just going to click on Create New Project. Now what I'm going to do is to recreate the tissue box that goes inside a Get Well card. And I know you can do it very simply using dies and, just scores, your score pal or so. But I wanted to do it in here, even though it's a little bit more labor intensive, because then I could save it and use it over and over again. So I'm going to start by inserting a shape, and I'm going to insert a square, which will end up being a rectangle. Over on my edit panel, I'm going to change the width of it to 7 1/4. And I'm going to change the height of it to 3 3/4. Okay, now to make it easier to work on, I'm going to bring it over here and line it up at the 1 and the 1 here and the 1 here. So this corner is right in the intersection of those two ones. I'm leaving this black for now so that you can see as I'm working on it. I think you can see what I might do though is I might make this white and make my score lines black, and you'll see them better. Now I'm going to add some score lines. Again, I'm going to insert shape. Now my item is 3 3/4 inch tall, so what I'll do is I'll make this 3 3/4. Now the Y coordinate is going to line it up this way, as high as I want it, and I know I want it at the 1. So I'm going to make the Y coordinate 1. And you see it's equal with the rectangle. My first score line is going to be 2 inches in, so I'm going to score at 3. So I just make my other one, say 3. And it's right over at the 3. Okay, now I'm going to score at 1 1/2 inches from here, so that would be 4 1/2. So first I have to duplicate my score line, and I'm going to duplicate it 3 times because I need 3 more score lines. And I'll just move a couple of them off. This one, remember we said we're going to put that at 4 1/2. Go over to your edit and make this 4.5. And I'll make the bottom one 1, the Y coordinate, if I can make my mouse go over there. Okay, and the next one is going to be 2 inches from there, so it's going to be 4 1/2, 5 1/2, 6 1/2. So I'll take this one and I'll set at 6.5, and I'll set the bottom one at 1. Okay. And my last one is going to be at 8. So I'm just going to hit this one, and I'm going to make it 8 and 1. Okay, so now I have all the score lines I want. But I need to make my little tissue section. So I'm going to bring in another image, and I'll use a circle. And bring my circle up here, unlock it, and sort of make it a squishy little oval, maybe like that. We'll just bring it over here, see how it looks. That looks pretty good. You don't want it too big. So I'm going to leave it here. Okay, now look over to your edit, and it says it is at 4.97. We're not going to worry about the 1.73, but although we can do that later, because I can't slice this while I have these score lines on it. So I have to take my rectangle and slide it down and just get it out of the way of the score lines. And then I'll slide this down, and I'm going to make sure that this is at 4.97. So that is exactly where it was up there. And I can jockey it up and down the way I want it. And I just went up 1, so I'll just make it 7. Whoops, 4.97. I'll get it. Okay, so now I can take these two, and under layers I can slice it. And we'll get rid of this, and we'll get rid of this, and I've got my tissue box. All my score lines now have gone behind, so I just need to tell them to all move forward so that when I put my box back up there, they're going to be in front of where I can see. Now I'm just going to take this box, I'm going to put it right back up in that corner, the 1 and the 1. And you see my score lines are all lined up perfectly. All I have to do now is highlight the whole thing and attach. And now I have this all attached and ready to cut. And these we can just get rid of. So, okay, I'm going to pause now. I'll be back in a while. Okay, sorry about that. There was somebody at the door. I think my camera is a little bit, okay, out of whack, but anyway. Okay, so now that we've got this tissue box finished, I think I might as well try to put something on the front of the card too. So I'm going to insert another shape, and we'll use a square again. And this time we're going to make the square a rectangle, and it's going to be 5.0 and 3.75, and we're going to change the color to white. Okay, now let's see, insert images, and I'm going to write up here sick. See what we get. Okay, sorry you're sick. That looks nice. And I have purchased this one, and this one is from, sorry, get off of there. This is from Smiley Cards. Didn't look too smiley. Okay, so I'm going to put these two on. Now, here's the thing I'm going to do. See, if you see over here, this is the sorry I'm sick, and this has all of these layers. But I'm going to print them. So I'm going to take this one and change it to a print. I'm going to take this one and change it to a print. And this one and change it to a print. And this one and change it, oops, this one, I'm sorry. Because these are being printed, it doesn't print. You can see the little cross over here in the eye. Okay. So that's now going to print. I'm going to put it up here and maybe make it a little smaller. And I'm going to do the same thing with my little smiley face. I'm just going to change these all to print. Now you can certainly cut out all the layers if you want, but I just thought, okay, now before I put this on there, I need to attach this. Okay, so now I'm going to put this on there, and get up there, Papa. Whoops. Move to the front. I'll put him over here. It's cute. So now we'll attach him. So now what's going to happen is this is all going to print. This will be a print and cut with the Cricut, and it'll be basically the front of the card. This mat is sized so that I can put another mat underneath it and give it a little color, and we're probably going to have to find something to put here. I think maybe just some enamel dots or something. Not quite sure. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is send this all to to the Cricut, cut it out, and I'll meet you back at the table and we'll attempt to put this card together. Thanks, back in a minute. Okay, here we are back at the table and everything is cut out. I'm going to use a brown card base and I have already scored it. This is going to be an A2 size card, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And we'll just give it a nice score, a burnishing. Here's our little print and cut, and I used a cream colored cardstock, but I'm going to put down this little matte, it looks like wood paneling. Actually, I want to get some of this exact same paper to go on my mat, as you'll see in a lot of the places, because my mat has seen better days. And it's considerably cheaper to do that and mount it on the board than it is to buy a new mat. So, let's see if we can get this piece down somewhat straight. Okay. And now we're going to put our Sorry You're Sick on the top of that. I think the print and cut feature on your Cricut is really great when you want to make, especially if you want to make bulk cards, for instance, like Christmas. Okay, now I think I found this like little butterfly, or I might put here. I had the choice of that or some of these green baubles. They look like gumdrops to me, but these are quite dimensional, and if I want to put this card in the mail, that could cause a problem. Okay, when we open the card up, I'm going to put another mat in here just to make it coordinate a little bit. Oh, sorry, got some tape sticking over the edge. I'm good for that. Okay, there we go. Now here is the tissue box, and I have a choice of two sides because I use two-sided paper, and it will be folded this way. Kind of think I like this, so I think we'll make that the outside. So I'm going to find my score lines, if I can. They're very hard to see on this paper. Okay, I can see them just a little better. Here we are. So I'm going to finger press them first. Let's see if I can find that one here. Here it is. Okay. There it is. Okay. And here it is here. Alright, now we'll take and burnish them nicely. Okay, and as you see, I mean, you could do this with any one of your dies and probably get it done a lot faster. But now I have this in my system, and anytime I want to make one, whatever color I want to use, I can just do it. I'm going to put some glue on this little tab here and bring it up and close it with the top, the other end. And there's your box, okay? Now the side that has this little flap on it is going to be the back of it, and it's going to sit like so. It's kind of nice with the double-sided paper because you can see, when you see down inside the box, you see some of the paper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some, I think I'm going to use the ATG for this. And again, it's very hard to see on this paper where the score lines are. Okay, and I want to make sure I don't go over the score line. So this is going to be the back. And then this is going to be the bottom. And fingers stuck to it. Okay, now what I'm going to do is just put one little bead of glue close to that score line to make sure we get it right up against that score line. Okay, now the bottom. I'm going to start with the bottom, and this is the bottom here, so I'm just folding it, and I'm going to line it up, centering as best as possible. Just a hair inside that score line on the card, and press it down. Okay, now the best way to do this part is to simply close the card. Give it a good burnishing, and when you open it, we have a tissue box. How cute is that? Okay, so now what we're going to do is add a Kleenex. Now I have a Kleenex here. These are 2-ply or whatever ply they are, but you really only want to have one piece of it because you don't want too much bulk. And I'm just going to kind of stuff it in here. And stuff it in any way you want. Now you can go back and put some glue underneath here and just hold it, which I probably will, so that it doesn't end up sticking out the side. But there you have the tissue box. Isn't that cute? Cute, cute, cute. Now I have it Get Well Soon, and I'm going to just stamp that over here in the corner. And a little kitty cornerish. There you go. Get Well Soon. Really cute card. And it folds down fairly flat. When it's put into an envelope, it stays flat. So let's just put a little glue on this butterfly. And put them right here. And see, that's nice. It fills up the space, but it doesn't add bulk, because you've already got enough bulk with the tissue box on the inside. And you can still do some more. I might put a little bit of maybe red, sure, I know what I mean. The glitter glue. I can't think of the name of it. Hello. And maybe on the mercury and the thermometer or on his cheeks or something. But I think that's a cute little card to send to somebody who's under the weather. Sorry you're sick. And when you open it up, you have your Kleenex. So thanks for stopping by today. I actually do have a second one, but I'm going to have to do it in a part 2 because I knew by the time we finished with the computer, cutting it out, putting it together, probably one card was all I'd get made today. So here we are for day 3. Today we're doing Get Well cards, and I will be putting part 2 of this up. We'll call it day 3.5. All right, talk to you later. Thanks for stopping by. Bye-bye.